Hello YouTube, and today I have another single battle for you guys. It's against a pretty OU team actually, but it's a really good battle. It's really long, so I've sped up the end part of it because it gets really boring, but I hope you guys enjoy it anyway. So I'm going to lead out with Scarf Seeking, which is a really good way to run Seeking that I'm finding at the moment, and she's going to lead out with her Greninja. I wasn't sure if my Scarf would outspeed, so I went for a Mega Horn, which works out great for me because he was going to go for the predictable Grass Knot anyway. So either way, Mega Horn was going to hit for super effective, and I'm going to be able to not outspeed but survive the Grass Knot and then one-shot that thing with Mega Horn, so that works out really well for me, and that's one dead frog. So next comes in the Electivire, and I'm like, oh, he's probably going to go for Thunder Punch or something, but I need to swap out because I'm scarfed into Mega Horn, so I'm going to go into Lantern just to absorb any Thunder Punches or something like that. So, and he does go for a Thunder Punch, and that's awesome. But I kind of forgot, I totally forgot that it gets Earthquake, so I was expecting him to swap out because he wouldn't be able to hit me with anything, so I went for a Thunder Wave, and then realised that obviously he has Earthquake, so he stayed in, so I gave him a Motor Drive boost as well, which was so bad. I'm going to get a bit of lefties, but now I've given a super effective electric type speed boost against my home on a water team, so now I'm a bit of a sticky situation. I'm going to swap here into Pointy Pete, get an Intimidate drop, try and get this thing to swap out, but he's just not going to. He's going to go for that Earthquake. Not going to be enough to get me to my Sash though, thanks to that Intimidate, but thanks to that Thunder Wave he is going to outspeed me and get another Earthquake off and to take out Pointy Pete. So I was pretty scared here that I'd set him up to sweep me, and I was kind of terrified that I was going to get swept now. So I'm going to go back into Seeking, hoping that the Scarf would be enough to outspeed and get the Drill Run, but he still outspeeds, but he does, thankfully he goes for a Thunder Punch, and I'm going to get that Lightning Rod, so that's awesome. I'm going to go for that Drill Run. It's going to do a decent amount of damage. If I got a crit it would have one-shot, but it just wasn't enough to be a one-hit KO, so I'm going to have to swap out because I don't want to die and go into Alamola to wall out an Earthquake, which was obviously coming since he couldn't land any electric type moves on me. So he goes for that Earthquake. I'm going to eat that for days and go for an Aqua Jet and take out the Electivire, so I don't have to worry about that now, because that was pretty scary with a +1 boost. I'm going to swap in that Espeon now, because I'm guessing Espeon is quite a potent special attacker, so they were expecting to be able to break from my wall quite easily, but I have a lot of investment in special defense, so I do tank that pretty well. And I'm going to go for a knockoff, which is almost going to take out the Espeon. And obviously I'm able to go for that priority and Aqua Jet the Espeon as well, so the Espeon is Espe gone, and I don't have to worry about that two-tailed cat anymore. He's going to swap in the Weavile, and I'm like, oh god, here comes some fake outs and all that kind of shit. He's exerting his pressures like under pressure, only not really, so I'm going to go for the Protect so I don't get fake outed, because I really don't want to eat any fake outs right now, so I'm going to go for that fake, he's going to go for that fake out and I'm going to Protect, and he's going to go for a Night Slash, and I'm actually holding a Rocky Helmet, so ignore the fact that it says leftovers in the corner because I'm actually holding a Rocky Helmet as well. I don't know why. I'm going to throw up a Wish and then go for the Protect so I can get that Wish up safely. And that should get me just in green. He's going to go for an Ice Punch there, but I'm guessing he was predicting me to Protect anyway, so he didn't really see a point in wasting Night Slash PP, I guess. I'm going to swap out because I want to get my Regenerative back up to full HP, and I'll just like swap out using the King as fodder really, but they actually go for Swords Dance, and I was like, oh, you do not set up in the face of the King. So I'm just going to go for Mega Horn and take out the Weavile. Scarf Seeking, people. Who knew? Who knew? So good. So that's the end of the Weavile. In comes the Gliscor, and I'm like, oh god, here comes some sub-protect, stall and all that kind of shit, but it's actually kind of a decent set on Gliscor. It's not boring or stally or anything. So I'm going to swap into Mantine. He's going to go for an Aerial Ace, which is going to do a little bit of damage to Mantine, but I am physically defensive. I'm going to get some Lefties recovery, and he's going to get that Toxic Orb. It's going to kick in, give him that poison, and he's going to start healing his HP. He's going to go for a Cross Poison on me, doesn't get the crit unfortunately for him, and I'm going to go for the Ice Beam, and I'm easily able to take out that Gliscor. Since it's 4 times a week, I think. Yeah, ground flying 4 times a week. Even though I always seem to think it's poison type because, you know. So I'm going to get some Lefties recovery, and in comes the Quagsire, and this is where it starts to get really boring, and I'm going to fast forward the battle because it's really boring. I'm going to start going for some Air Slashes because I actually outspeed this thing, and I start getting some good flinches, which is awesome. But I wasn't sure what kind of move this thing had, and I was scared of it top clicking my Mantine. So after this Air Slash, I think I might swap out and a Yawn Smooth. So he's going to go for that Yawn, and I'm kind of forced to swap out after this turn because I'm going to get drowsy, and I'm going to start falling asleep, and no one wants to fall asleep or anything like that. So I'm going to swap out and go into the king once more because, you know, he's awesome. And it's going to go for an infestation, so I'm like, oh, it's going to be one of those really boring yawn, infestation, recover, scald kind of sets, I guess. So the only thing I needed to find out was whether it had water absorb or not, and it doesn't, so I'm able to go for a waterfall and just do a tiny bit of damage before I die. And I died to the rocky helmet, so at least I managed to frisk out the item as well, so I now know it's a helmet unaware set, I think. So he's going to go for that recover and get some good HP back, and I'm going to swap into my Alamola because the only attacking move he's got is waterfall. So I'm going to go for a knockoff there, do a little bit of damage, but I do take that rocky helmet damage as well. And he's going to go for a yawn, and I'm just like, wow, really? What's the point? This is your last Pokemon left. You're going to try and stall out all my 4 Pokemon that I have left. So now I'm going to go for a wish. He's going to go for an infestation to lock me in so I can't escape from the yawn, I guess. And this is where it gets really boring, so I'm just going to speed it up. So I'm going to be asleep for a while, and he's just going to go for some free recovers while I'm asleep. I'm going to get that wish up, I'm going to get hit by some infestation, I'm going to stay asleep, he's going to go for a waterfall, it's not really going to do much to me at all. Yeah, I'm going to take some rocky helmet damage, I'm going to wake up, go for a knockoff, he's going to go for another recover, and I'm going to still get eaten by the infestation. I'm going to go for protect so I don't want to get another yawn, so that heals up my HP for a little bit more infestation. I'm going to go for another wish, he's going to go for that yawn, so I'm locked in again. And I'm freed from the infestation, so I wish pass into Lantern, I think, and I'm going to get more infestation. My wish comes true, more infestation, more scald, I'm hoping for a burn, I don't get one, he's going to yawn me, I'm going to get some lefties recovery, more infestation, more scald, more waterfall, can get some more lefties, more infestation, and then there we go. Now I'm going to go to sleep, so he's going to just go for another waterfall. I'm going to get some more lefties, take more infestation damage. I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go for scald, and I'm like, come on, I really need this burn. He's going to get another recover, and we're both in greens, and then the infestation takes me to yellows. I'm going to go for another scald, and I'm like, I need this burn, please, and he goes for a waterfall, and I'm like slowly dying, and it's getting scary, and I'm freed from the infestation, and I go for another scald, and he infestates me again, and I get a bit more leftovers recovery, and oh my god, I'm speaking really fast, I'm running out of what things I need to say, and I get the burn, finally, like 400 times the charm, I get that burn that I really needed, so I've got some residual damage on this thing, as I'm slowly dying to infestation, and I'm scalding, and he's recovering, and everything is going super fast. I should probably have slowed this down a bit. Narrating to something that's really sped up is really difficult. So I'm going to go for some more scalds, he's going to go for another waterfall. I'm just about to survive. I survive a crit. Gonna get some lefties recovery, gonna die to the almost, I'm gonna live the infestation, go for a scald, he's gonna go for another recover, gonna get some lefties, and then I'm gonna die to some infestation after racking up some burn damage. So I'm gonna go into Sharpedo now because I'm like, I'm fed up with your shit, Quagsire. I'm gonna go for a crunch, he's gonna do loads, he's gonna go for a recover, get the burn, I'm gonna get my boost, I'm gonna go for another crunch, and it's almost gonna kill it, he's gonna go for an infestation, and he's gonna almost die to burn, and then one more crunch should seal the deal, and that is the end of the Quagsire. God, that was a task and a half to narrate alongside that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and I tried to speed it up because it was like 47 turns long. It was something crazy. It was really boring, so I had to speed it up so you guys would like not hate me. So I hope you guys enjoyed that battle, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.